A lady asked regarding inheritance. According to the Islamic Sharia, women are only given half of the inheritance compared to men. Why?
Are women made responsible to meet the expenses of the family or not? Tell me. Huh? No. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا. This verse, I mean, I hope I have quoted it rightly, but the meaning is very clear. God has made men responsible for running the family, that is, for meeting their expenses. That is why I have repeatedly made it clear to all husbands whose wives earn something that the husbands have no right to compel their wives to share that money with them. The only right they have is that they say, when I am responsible for taking care of you, you do not have to work, and you should better pay your attention to the house, to the children, for upbringing the children. The best person is the mother, not a hired babysitter. So that could be the right of the husband. But if he permits her to earn, he cannot demand anything from his own wife, because you are earning, so give me part of it or half of it or more. Some say all of it. So when the responsibility is only on husbands and not on wives, then the objection against this verse should be of a different nature. It should be why Islam is generous to girls, that it gives half while they don't have any share, any responsibility at all in pushing the wheel of economy. So it's not, it doesn't lie in the area where you mention it lies. The objection doesn't lie there. But that is also not proper, because it is not just the inheritance which suffices a boy or a girl to live by it forever. It is the input of his energy, his mind and his labor which makes him earn the living in most cases. Inheritance, most often than not, is so insignificant that it is not sufficient even for the boy or the girl alone by themselves. So that is why men are required to take care of women, although they are only given 2 parts instead of 1, to indicate that your energies are also your wealth provided by God. And you are made in a manner that you can do tough work, much tougher work than the women can. And as such, you are more responsible for meeting the requirements of the family than women are. So what I said was only a token symbol of the economic system in Islam. It is a gift from God to women, so that they may not think that they have been left out of the wealth of their parents, which unfortunately was done to them by other societies and by other religions. So it's a grace of Allah upon women that they are given half the share, while their responsibilities are minimal as compared to the gift they receive. Got it? Thank you.
Will read out this verse. The verse of Surah is referred to is from Surah Nisa, verse number 35. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم. Men are guardians over women because Allah has made some of them excel others, and because men spend on them of their wealth.
excel others also should be understood. It doesn't mean that they're superior to them. It means that they are given certain, they're gifted with certain physical and mental faculties by which they can take care of the house and administer the household, the house better than the women. Now this again is another question which we should turn to, but after the translation inshallah I will return to this part. Now the second part which I mentioned was regarding the meaning of fazilat. In what way God has made men superior to women? God has made men superior with reference to this verse, yet the other verses of the Holy Quran clearly indicate that in rights they are equal. There is no difference in their fundamental human rights. So the word equality must not be, or inequality must not be misunderstood. Fadilat is in areas of their constitution, which is something which is recognized in the entire world, and no non-Muslim can deny it. Even those who plead for the women's lib from men, even they cannot deny it, that men have an advantage over women. So Faddalna should have been translated as advantage, because we have given them some advantage over women. This is the right meaning of this verse. Now when you see, if you ever see the television pictures of Olympics, for instance, why don't you, if being women, I'm addressing you, why don't you object to, for instance, boxing contests being held separately? Men box with men and women box with women. Why don't you raise your voice in protest? We want equal rights. Please, let's box with Bruno or anybody else. Because are we not equal? When races occur, why do the women, why are the women made to run races in separate tracks among themselves and not with men? Why in javelin throw there is no competition between men and women? This means that the truth of the Quran is being spoken by those who do not believe in it. They have to admit the Quran is right. Right?